All right, this is Pooley. We're at the field. We got the brand new micro, not UMX, micro, 30 millimeter twins. And I suspect this is gonna be just like the A10 and then that, what is it, that German bird with the pods on it, as far as the way the characteristics it flies and the power supply, which are both ingenious little birds. They both fly great. So I think this will be the same exact thing. They just put the same electronics in something else, way cooler than both, and kind of went with that. So we're gonna go ahead and I am going to grab the camera and switch over to James unboxing this. We are at the field for this one, so this will be a full unboxing for the first time in the field. So if you bought this thing online or at your local shop and you decide to bring this out to the field and hit it right then and there, this would be your experience. So I'll kind of bring you through it. You can do it at home and under your complete comfort level and do everything there and get it set up nice, or you could low down and dirty, do it at the field. And I'm just going to display how easy this can be with one of these UMXs or micros, because they are so easy to get set that you can literally do it without much issue. Ooh.
It's so light.
It looks like it's a feather. I just did a review on the B-17, and of course that's a vintage bird, but that thing took off like a piece of paper. Like it was literally just floated off the line at some point. Look at that. It's got some size to it, so you can see, hold it sideways for a good size. We'll do it in the sun again, but yeah, look at that. That is a nice sized little bird. I'm anticipating this like crazy because this is gonna be so cool. All right, there isn't any other setup. We're not even gonna pull the book out. We'll probably just get it set up and go ahead and bind it. And these will have that little file. What I do in this situation, I don't cut that. I just open this and now you can get everything out, and that way it's easy, it stays in the future. But yeah, we're gonna go ahead and get it set up on the radio. It's gonna have that little cool setup file and all. So we'll be able to display that. And this time it will be on an NX radio, because James just got a fancy new NX8. So you got all the little gear door covers and such that come in there. And the wheels.
Okay, so let's flip it over.
All right, folks, against all odds, you might have to look for the directions, but I believe the spring goes to the back. So like this circle right there goes back. But we are going to verify this with the directions just to make sure it's something.
Oh. Yeah, let's get the directions.
So, get this knife out the way. I'm going to go underneath and, of course, grab the knife again. Here you go. I can't get it. You know what? We're gonna lose some of this stuff eventually. Let's close this down. And by the way, you get a 15% save thing. So if you get one of these, know that you might get some kind of discount from shipping. We're gonna put all the little baggies inside so we don't have any losses. And then we can go on top of the box. now.
Okay, so here we go. Start with the...
Gives you guys a look at the book. So front wheel, it's got the little honeycomb looking thingy, and it pretty much just slides in with that facing rear. Yep, J-hook to the right. Alright, now after that you just put the tab in the front and then click it back. Just like such. Did it snap in at the bottom? There you go.
There you go.
Alright. Kind of familiar with these because it was the same thing on the green one. The man, what was that bird?
The Messerschmitt, the
ME262. Not the Messerschmitt. No,
the 262.
ME262, yeah. Alright, so it looks like we got, this is the control surface. So yep, the circle goes back.
Let me check.
And this on this side, so the J-hook goes out. So see, we're looking at this control surface?
Yep.
So the J-hook goes out on that side, and must go out on this side also. Alright, that's it, it just fits in. And the gear door says right and left on them. There's an R. Can you show that R?
R.
Yep, there we go. So you get the one that says R, and you just shove it on in. I wonder if it'll click or something. Yeah. That's weird. It's not clicking or anything.
There you go. Kind of clicked.
Yeah, it does click, folks. Listen. Here, it does click in place. Now, this will be a great bird if you are a real historian, because it's so true to life as far as the lines go, that it would be a great display model. You could hang it from a ceiling, or even display it on the wheels on your desk because the wheels are so awesome. It would definitely be good for that. I think that's the finished product. We're gonna go ahead and get into radio. Can I give you a little close look at the interiors? This is not the same circuit board that came in the A10, so there is something different going on. You got your little linear servos, and look at this cool little mechanism for the linear servo to control the front gear. It comes around the front of here. I suspect that's going to be super delicate. There is a little retainer right there, and that's going to be clutch to keep it from bending and bowing. Alright, we're going to go ahead and not read the directions, and we're going to just put a battery in here. Now, the good thing about birds like this is that there isn't any room for error when it comes to battery placement. You might have a couple of millimeters forward or back, but realistically you ain't putting it nowhere else. It's going to go right there where it is. So he's going to get his model created. I'll go ahead and show you from the beginning of that. So it's important when you're doing a creation for one of these that you don't do anything. You just create it and go. Yep, he's already set up to go into bind, so when he plugs it in, it'll already be ready. So we created a new model. We didn't do any perimeters. It's gonna go into a blinky. There it is, that red and blue blinky. That's bind. He's gonna bind. And it took it automatically. Now you're gonna get your file after your auto config. And if you're like, all right, that's it, model created. I don't see the file. It should have popped up. That's odd. Let's look in the directions. Yeah, we're gonna start over again because optional parts installation. This is at the field, so we're not gonna fret it too much. I was really looking for the automatic file to pop up. I don't know what the deal is with that. You know what? Let's one more thing. Let's try it on my radio right fast and see if it pops up. I'm gonna go ahead and we're gonna try it on my radio right fast. So I'm gonna go ahead and cover the procedure just for the sake of being thorough. I'm gonna hit that once. I'm gonna hit and hold proceed. Gonna have the 3 dots pop up now. I'm gonna hit those. I'm gonna hit add new model. I'm gonna go to default because I don't care about bind and fly or anything. I'm gonna hit airplane, create, and that's it. It's gonna do its packets. All right, new model created. I'm gonna go down. There it is. I'm gonna name it B-2. All right, done. I'm gonna go ahead and do a picture, even though this is gonna be for James, but I'm gonna just take a picture just for the sake of this video to show you how I normally do my whole spill. All right, that's not a great picture. I don't care because this is gonna be for James now. So, all right, I got my whole thing set up, right? I'm gonna back out, back out. All right, 5-minute timer. Okay, everything good for a brand new bird. So now I'm going to set that camera down on the paper for 1 second and aggravate you guys. Make sure it goes into bind mode.
My radio's off.
Yep, his radio's off, so it won't try to bind to it. I'm not seeing the lights.
Oh, there it is.
Oh, there it is. All right, I'm gonna go to bind, and then I'm gonna hold down bind. And if the light or my shakiness is a problem, know that this is a field video, so please have some consideration for that.
Should be bound.
All right, it is bound, and now it's analyzing the packets. Takes a second for this portion. Usually pretty torturous. Okay, it did not go into any kind of automatic file for my radio either, so we was worried that maybe James' radio is brand new, he hadn't updated or anything. We was worried that it might not be because of his update. My update is fairly fresh, and it didn't do it either. So then I am going to shut my radio down, and we're going to go back to James's radio. All right, so we're back into binding. We're just going to do it by the book. I thought everything came with the new files, but maybe ones that are like this with this kind of receiver don't come with the file, and you have to do them manually. So we're going to do that. And it's still going to be quick. Most of that time was not even countable, if you be honest, because we're just expecting the file to pop up, and that's what took so long. But we're going to go on NX. System setup, select model, new. We're already finished all that. Aircraft type, wing normal, tail normal. That's what it has by default. That's what we got. Main screen, function list, do all DR and Expo. We're going to set that. So this one wants you to put it to switch F for aileron. We're going to do that. So on aileron, they want high rate to 100% and 10.
Which setting is that in?
Right here. Hit it one time. Nope, hit it.
No, no fault.
Do rate next boom. Aileron. Now you want to go to 10%. Now go to on. Hit it. Now hit the switch for do rate. There you go. All right, now it assigned it. So now it's gonna be, that'll be 10%. So then the next setting that they recommend is gonna be 70% and 5. So go ahead and put a 70 on that like middle switch right there. And I go down to 5.
Wait, hold on. This is wrong. Wait, this is 0. 0 is at 10.
Yep. So then 1 should be at, there you go. 5. Nope, 5.
Yep.
And 70. And they don't have a third location, folks. So we're gonna just leave it at those two because I don't think you'll need anything lower than 70 while flying. Elevator, they want you to put it on switch C, and it's gonna be 110 and 70 and 5. Same thing for all parameters. Yes. So now we got those dual rates set up. Everything good on the radio. We didn't want to bring y'all through the torture of all these settings. We did them all just for the sake of the video. Main gear, we already did that. Vertical stabilizer. So it does come with this vertical stabilizer. You want to fly it with that? There is the little hole for it. It's going to be hidden in the box somewhere. You probably don't need it, but let's go ahead and do it if you want it.
Yeah.
Pull it out of here. It's clear, so we probably missed it because of the fact that it is clear. All right, it just kind of slips in there. A lot of times with the bigger version, it came with it also, and a lot of people don't use it, so we'll kind of figure that out, but we'll follow the book for the first flight, for sure. All right, all control surfaces are going in the correct locations, so we should be good there. All right, let's look in the book and make sure we're not, oh, we didn't activate safe mode since we didn't have that smart file. All right, folks, we got everything set up now. I got throttle, I got rudder. and that's a touchy throttle switch. And James is gonna hold it. We're gonna go ahead and set up safe. I'm gonna put both sticks here. You hold the camera while I do it. Put both sticks in, and I'm gonna toggle. Now I'm gonna go ahead and tilt it. All right, and it's self-leveling. Tilt it this way. Let me tilt it to you so you can see. All right, gonna go up with that surface, and I'm gonna get it level. And okay, it's starting to stop it from turning. Then do it like this. It's gonna get back to level. So all right, safe mode is active. Now we're gonna see if safe can turn off. I'm gonna put this up, and it's still turning. So that means it will do a full roll. When the switch is in the back position, it will roll completely over. So we have all of our control surfaces checked. They're doing what we need them to do. Safe mode is doing what it needs to do. I think we're ready to fly. All right. We did some ground looks, and it's so small. Look how cool it is, though. A boomerang. All right, we are ready. It looks like it was effortless on the takeoff. It's so tiny I can barely see it with the naked eye. So trying to get you some video might be challenging. It looks very graceful.
Feels nice.
Comfortable?
Yeah.
Sound like you got a little trim going on, though. This looks like it's flying straight as an arrow.
Not much. Just a little. That thing is fun. Ooh, look at the rudder.
It got a lot of rudder authority there, huh?
That's just rudder.
Oh man, it rock and rolls on rudder. I guess that stabilizer fin's definitely helping it corner. Is that full throttle? Looks like it's going pretty fast.
Into the slow mode.
What about a touch and go?
Let's try it. I'll do a touch and go and then I'll land.
No, it doesn't matter on this radio. You can assign any switch. So, I mean, it should be working, man. Where are your gears used? What now? Landing gear? Well, let's change. Let's put this on. The landing gear would usually be right here.
Got enough power to get out of trouble though.
Okay, I need to land. Transmitter's yelling at me.
Yeah, all that full throttle. Once you calm it down off full throttle a little bit, it'll be fine.
That doesn't sound right.
Oh yeah, definitely. It's fine, just lower the throttle, it'll come in fine. You have more than enough power, so don't worry about power, you got it. Oh, a little bit bounced probably because James is nervous about the low voltage when he shouldn't have been because he had plenty of power. But it's on the ground in one piece, folks. We're gonna get you a second flight because these are kind of short, so we'll get you a second flight so you can see it on the characteristics in the air again. All right, folks, we got another battery popped in. We left the gear doors on. We didn't think they were gonna stay on, but they did, so we're against all odds gonna leave them on again. All right, without further ado. It takes off like the B-17 I just did a video on. Oh my gosh, it just barely creeps off the line and gracefully slow. It's so cool. There's not many birds that I just kind of like take a liking to like this. The big one, of course, you guys remember that video. If you watch any of my videos, you know that I really like the big one. It was so cool to film. The SR-71 actually just left off the runway, and it is another nostalgic, very cool bird that I have to give props to when I'm talking about this topic. So I don't want to cloud the whole video with a whole bunch of talking, so I'm gonna be quiet and let you see the flight. So we like the characteristics of this bird. It flies real well. To say that they're not really advertised to be great flyers, it's very comfortable, it's very calm, it's very cool. Safe mode works flawlessly in it, which I wouldn't have believed to be as good as it is. What I will say, if you're somebody who has a problem with orientation, it might not be for you because you know, the silver and the gray skies, you know, it's not the perfect setup for trying to see a bird. And then safe mode will be key then. That way you can just pop it back in safe and then, you know, straighten things out, figure out which way you're going and start over again. I mean, I am a true through and through advocate of safe because of things like that. You know what I'm saying? When you're about to lose a bird and you got that extra second to click that switch, it's worthwhile. And fortunately on these, you don't have a choice. It's built into it, and you can't do anything to take it out because the receiver's not separate, you know, so you're gonna have it no matter what. It sounds good. It doesn't sound like the A10 with that high-pitched whine.
Yeah, the ME262, it's like, it hurts your ears.
Yeah, it's a scream that it does. This is something different here. You are way too far out.
I know, I'm trying to bring it back around.
Oh, we're coming in for a landing?
Yeah.
Had a nice long approach. We're gonna kind of get her straight in, bring her down. Nice landing. I'm sure I was a little shaky on it, folks, but very nice landing. We're going without gear, folks. All right, guys, you know how I do it. I'm gonna, against all odds, try to film this. So here we go. Yeah, a little bit of wrinkle from me throwing it, but he recovered right away and more than enough power to make up the difference. And as I anticipated, quite a bit cooler with the gear off. That thing disappears into nothing, so forgive me. It's a sheet of paper.
It really is.
No wonder it was so good at avoiding enemies. We're looking for it and can't see it. Oh, it's so cool though. Did you flip safe off yet?
I'll try it.
Yeah, maybe get high if you're nervous, that's all.
Kind of. Fell.
Yeah, it's a weird little dip there. All right, we're way up now. See if it needs trim. Yeah, click it back on. You need some trim to the right. Maybe come around again and try it again. Oh, it looks so cool. That's it, trimmed out? Oh, it disappears. It disappears, folks.
Okay. It's like, I think it's the elevator, but it's dropping when I turn it up.
You need elevator then, huh? All right, get right by us and turn it on and see what it do. Any better? Still going down? All right, kick it on and turn around.
Nope, I got it.
You got it?
Yeah, I got it.
Cool. I suspect if it did a roll, it's gonna do a slow one, but yeah, that's off safe, it's flying good.
Yeah.
Oh, look at that, folks. Real smooth off safe now. Just need some trim.
I'm gonna go around and take it in.
All right, we're gonna do our slide movement. It's an interesting location to land.
Nope. Going around, going around.
Yeah, definitely. Come in like the runway. Come in just like the runway and land. Come past you and then land. Just get off the power and that noise will stop. Alrighty, make your turn and you can come right on in here. Perfect. So either land left of the runway, right of the runway, probably left from where we're standing. Seems like you're off a little bit. All right, there you go. All right, now slide it right over there. One thing, folks, I can tell you. Oh, look at that thing just dancing. One thing I can tell you is that we're definitely going to adjust the timer so that he has a little bit more time to think about it, because it's giving him the LVC before he even reaches his timer, which is at what, 5 minutes?
4.
4 minutes. So we're probably gonna put it at 3 minutes and 30 just to give him some reaction time.
That was 4:30. I went about 30 over.
He went about 30 over for this whole flight, so yeah. Yeah, be safer to set it at 3 and 30, and then that way you have some time to react and plan for your landings instead of having it feel rushed to get it in. So it was a nice little cool belly slide, absolute no damage or anything. A perfect landing, as I would say it. B-2. All right, we are gonna face into the wind, and he's gonna try to do a one hand. And effortless, it made it off the ground easy, did a little wing wag, but recovered and is up. How slow will it go before it tries to get stally? Oh, wow, not very. Did you dip down like that, or did the wing dip? Looked like it recovered pretty good, but.
Yeah, let me see. Let me try to line it up.
It's going real slow, folks. So it doesn't even seem like it wants to stall at all. It looks pretty stable like it is. And what is that, under half, right?
Well under.
Yeah, it's like maybe a bit above quarter perhaps. And it cruises pretty good. He went up for the turn, and it cruises good in the turn at about half even.
See how it glides.
Let's see what the glide looks like. Nothing to complain about there. It glided pretty far before he got back on the turn. Didn't look like it would have turned very gracefully though. It was getting kind of wiggly. The motor definitely sounds different and good. No whine. I don't know what they changed on the fans. Maybe they put more blades on them. We didn't check that. So I'm very familiar with the board that's inside my A10 because I destroyed that thing several times. It was one of my first birds because I just refused to get trainer birds, and you know I was hard-headed. But anyway, I literally pummeled it into parts many times, and I've repaired it many times, and it's got enough power that it doesn't care about the extra weight. However, I can tell you from my familiarity with that board, having replaced it in there, not replaced it, but re-glued it, the same one's still in there. But I have to re-glue it every time I crash, so it's definitely smaller than this. So they did change something up. This ain't the same old setup as I suggested it would be.
We got about a minute left, or 30 seconds. I'm gonna take it in.
All right, we're coming in for our belly. It glides too far when you don't want it to. We're in the high grass, but another soft touchdown in that high stuff, it'll be fine.